What's going on YouTube? I got a good one for you right here, man. Hey, Wack interviews Panda Chop and Cuban Link. They talks about Fat Joe, man. You know what it is. But hit that like and that subscribe and let Wack get into this content though. Let's go.
And Clubhouse Shenanigans, Clubhouse Shenanigans is in the, hold on, one mic. Clubhouse Shenanigans is in the room, so this is going on YouTube, man.
Wait, what?
Shout out to her. She's in here tapping in with us. Really, I respect that lady. She came in here and gave us a lot of jewels last time, so everybody follow her and show her the same respect. We also got Panda Chop down there. What's up, Panda Chop? How you doing, player? Welcome to the platform, my guy.
Yo, I'm doing well, man. How you guys doing? Thank you for having me. It's a true honor.
Oh, you already know, man. You already know. We tapping in with you today, man. We trying to figure out what's going on with this Fat Joe individual, man.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys giving me the time. Yeah, man. Every platform, like you see, like Art of Dialogue, he does a lot of stuff on Tupac, right? You got Reggie Wright Jr. does a lot of stuff on Death Row, A Bomb First. And, my platform covers a lot of stuff with Terror Squad, but, I cover a lot of things with G-Unit as well. It's just the 90s to the early 2000s is what I mainly cover in hip-hop. It's my favorite time in hip-hop.
Hell yeah, that 90s. I've been watching your platform for a while now. I've been checking. You have a lot of good interviews, player. From the Cuban Link to the motherfucking. I see you're doing that one white boy. I don't really like that white boy too much. That Mikey T dude. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck him. But at the same time, I've been watching your interviews and you got a lot of insight, a lot of shit going on. You interview everybody. From the other dude, that other one dude. You got the whole fucking Terror Squad movement you interviewed right now.
Yeah, I interviewed Charlie Rock, early on, before he passed. Rest in peace, Charlie Rock, man. And, I interviewed Gilly. He was Big Pun's road manager, DMX's road manager. I'm just trying to really bring some insight to the story, to what happened with this legendary group.
Absolutely, man. This was a legendary group too. This Terror Squad, that whole movement, it seems like it's still floating strong over there. Like, people really don't want this shit to get out about Fat Joe and how he did everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like, I think the big misconception is that people think I'm just going after Joe. I'm really covering the group and that movement, right? I can't help it that so many people had fallen out with him, or there's so many stories about Joe that have done people wrong. But the audience is so strong for that group because it's so legendary. People want to know what happened. So many people from the Bronx, so many Boricuas, they want to know what happened because I think that was a very special time for them. It was representation for them in hip hop when they didn't have that before. So I just cover it. If you take a look at my platform, a lot of times I don't even really give my opinion. I present the information and that's it. I let the audience decide what they want to believe. Even when I ask questions to people in the interview and everything, it's not very strong. I'm really giving people an opportunity to speak their truth. A lot of the people that I do interview, they don't have these major platforms to share how they feel, what happened with their story. I'm giving them a chance really to get their story out there.
Hey, bro, check this out. If you ain't rolling with Liza, get the fuck off my stage. If you scared of the opposition on the other side, get off my stage. That's it. I'm rolling with Liza. That's it. I'm hearing that motherfuckers is threatening my partner right here. You know what I'm saying? My partner Panda. You know what I'm saying? How many of you motherfuckers out there got a platform that got a motherfucking goddamn song, nigga, with your name in it? We ain't tripping what the nigga was doing on the plane. But nigga, Panda got a song, nigga. Okay? You know what I mean? Don't act like you ain't heard the song. Panda, 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 panda.
You already know.
Yo, what's up,
Like
Wack?
on Panda motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? He pull up. They been back channeling and DMing. I don't know. They been threatening, telling him he got to do this and don't do this and don't do that. So, he a renegade. He said, matter of fact, since y'all fucking with me, I'm going to go over there with that bullhorn motherfucker Wack 100 and do it some more. So, Beast, he our type of guy.
I fuck with people like this, Wack. I fuck with people that we renegades, man. We gonna do it regardless. They tell us no, we gonna do it regardless. Got me fucked up, man.
That's it.
You already know what it is.
Renegade like a motherfucker around this motherfucker. Nigga, we decide when you say a bald head grill is ugly. Yeah, okay, we gonna make it cute enough for us, motherfucker. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to the content. Beef, Liza hit me, told me whack. They threatening Panda, telling him what he better stop doing and what he can't say no more. And I didn't appreciate that shit. So I passed through the motherfucking ball. Now let's run with it.
You already know, man. So Panda, what's going on, man? Everybody's scared of the infamous Don Cartagena or whatever the case may be. They call him Joey Crack. He got a lot of different names. I know he got a lot of people that support whatever he's doing. But why he come at you? Why did he feel he got to come at you, the little guy?
Because I feel like the stories, these aren't new stories really, right? Like we've been hearing these rumors for a very long time, but they've been silenced by a lot of these people. And I think that my platform was like where I put so many of those stories in one place for the people to really listen, for those people to really do their own research, right? And see what they believe. And I brought a lot of relevance to like the actual stories again. You know, Cuban will tell you himself, like, not many people cared about the story anymore, his story, or you know, the people that Joe did wrong, until I came out of left field and really started talking about it again, started doing research and bringing it to the spotlight, you know. So there's a lot of people, you know, on his camp that have reached behind the scenes and try to put that pressure on me, you know what I mean? And so like for me, I don't stay behind the camera because I'm scared to have my identity out there, but to me it's more of like, the interview is about the person that I'm interviewing. I don't want to be on camera and take away from that. I want the focus to be on the actual person and their story. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like I've been trying to get these people out there, whoever has a story, my platform has become that for them, where it's like these people have been blackballed, have been shunned from the industry. So that's what I try to do. So you have people behind the scenes that I don't know if they're like direct Terror Squad members or just affiliated with Joe, but you know, they've been reaching behind the scenes, finding out my real identity, finding out all this information and trying to put that pressure.
And when you say pressure, what do you mean by pressure? What are they doing besides, like, you know, hitting your Instagram?
Well, you know, I mean, it's real threats, you know what I mean? And it's like finding out my personal information.
Fucked up.
Like my location.
They doxing you. They doxing you right now. They're doxing you, and they're trying to.
It's the doxing over here. Now this, what state? What, bro? What you live in a gun? You live in a gun-toting state?
I'm pretty close to you, Wack. Let's just say that.
Oh, so you next door over there? Are you in the same city, or you different next door as far as the state?
No.
To me, it's gun-toting.
Yeah. No. I'm close to you.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, that's even better.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, you got to bring it to get it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just think if they said a lot of that shit, they
ain't gonna do it.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, people say like if it was really about that, people wouldn't really give you the heads up. Like if it was really going to happen, right?
Exactly.
What exactly did you say? Like, you know, what did you report on, or what did you like piggyback off of shit we did over here, or was it something else you kind of dug up, or something else you spoke on? What exactly did you say that really got them to start reaching out to you?
So I've never said anything disrespectful about Joe. Like I never called him out of his name, never said he was a bitch, pussy, never said fuck Fat Joe, never any of that, right? I just interviewed Cuban a lot. And Cuban, you know, has brought a lot of those stories to light about his issues with Joe. So they don't want Cuban to have a platform to speak out about those things. I mean, they started reaching out when I only had 6,000 subscribers. So if you don't want him on a small platform getting out his story like that, then you can imagine what they don't want him to do on a large platform. So, you know, that was happening then. Having Charlie Rock on there telling his side of the story, his grievances with Joe, what happened with that, interviewing Big Pun's former road manager, Gilly, right? And he was pretty neutral about it. He didn't really go out of hand, really say anything disrespectful at all. He just said, you know, things happened. We went our separate ways, that type of stuff. I broke down the court documents between the lawsuit with Liza And then the whole thing was going on with you, Wack, regarding the Big Pun series. So I covered a lot of that type of stuff.
Now that shit right there, that shook the bushes. Because they can't stop my train. Ain't no calling in the building stopping my plane. And that don't work like that. So, you know, they reached out to me and shit. Fat Joe reached out to me. And, you know, but at the end of the day, I personally could never see Fat Joe having a problem with me helping a guy that he says his best friend, family, you know, with their continued success and just survival. You know, Liza went through some shit, homeless and all kind of shit. Fucking shelters and all that kind of shit, right? And from what I see, the revenue stream has never stopped. So if the revenue stream has never stopped and we can't show any money going to Liza and the family, which put them in a position where they were homeless, then there was some foul play going on.
Right. And like you said in the previous clubhouses, Wack, you were saying that something bad really you had to do something really wrong in order for you to have to give up the estate, to give up all your rights.
Definitely.
Right. And so when you said that he had reached out to you, didn't you say before that he gave you the blessing and that he was okay with it?
Yeah, because again, the Fat Joe I know, right? And I know Fat Joe. Like, we sit at the table and eat together. The Fat Joe I know is not gonna frown upon me assisting Pun's family in a business venture. So, you know, I text him because I kept hearing all this shit. And like, you know, like, bro, are we straight? Everything good? And he texted me back and said, yeah, we good. It has my blessings. I just hope they tell the truth. Now, I don't know what that meant, right? But again, he didn't have nothing to say about me doing the business or making it happen or positioning it. Nothing to say about none of that. He did put emphasis on, I just hope they tell the truth. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
But didn't, like, the first audio that came out when you had said, I don't have to talk to Fat Joe about shit, right?
No, I
Didn't
definitely
you say
don't.
that?
No, I definitely
Right, right.
Yeah,
But didn't you say that, like, Joe had been blocking the series from coming out for like a few years?
Eliza, she had been in about 5-6 buildings and situations, and it was about to happen, and then, you know, motherfucker shut down on her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Steve Rifkin, cats like that, you know what I'm saying, was involved in like pulling the plug on shit. You know what I mean? So you think about it, if somebody wants to do it, Liza's here, she has the right, she has all this shit, and everything is working, and all of a sudden, nah, we can't do it. With no explanation, I know how that works. Somebody put a call in. And she was dealing with New York. So when she going in these buildings in New York, you know, you're dealing with the powers that be in New York. She come to the West Coast, I walked it in the building in the West Coast. You ain't calling in that building stopping nothing. That ain't gonna happen. Not my building. They gonna tell you, here go Wack number, call Wack. Right? If he don't say stop, we ain't stopping. Cause I had her set up from the time she came to my office. Within 18 hours, I walked her into the building with the chairman.
And that's the funny thing too, Wack, because Cuban had told me too. He said that when you had texted him and you told him that, yo, you about to be the man, he was like, bullshit, like, I don't believe you. But when you FaceTimed him,
yeah.
he showed him, and he was like, he couldn't believe his eyes that you were really there helping Liza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I texted him. He like, Wack, going with your shit. You know, I be fucking trolling Cuban on the app. I ping him, see if he gonna come in here, right? So he like, well, FaceTime me then. When I FaceTimed him, he seen where we were at, and Liza sitting there, he got emotional, bro. It fucked him up. It's like, damn, it's about to happen. And I'm like confused, like, I'm like, y'all must have been going through some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Liza was like, how in the fuck in 18 hours I talked to you on the West Coast, this guy everybody says this shit about, and you walk me right in there to the chairman who runs the whole building, and he tells me we're greenlighting the project that quick. And I'm in New York, I'm Pun's wife. All these people say they love Pun, all this business in New York, and I'm steadily getting the doors closed on me. It fucked her up, bro.
Yeah, most definitely, because so many people always said that they love Pun. The people that came to his funeral that were crying, all these industry friends, you got done what they didn't do, weren't willing to do, or couldn't do, right? Because of whatever the powers may be that may have stopped them. So when this whole thing came out, I told a lot of people, like, I know that people question you, Whack, a lot about your intentions about things, whether you have pure intentions or whatnot, but you still got done what other people couldn't get done or weren't willing to get done. And in the end, it's about Liza and the Pun family, and you're helping Pun's family. And so you getting that deal done for them means a lot. But to me, what meant more was that you were willing to come out and speak about it. We have not had somebody with power advocate for the Pun family on the level that you have as of recently. And that means way more.
Well, listen, bro. It's this simple with me. Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to hide what I'm going to do. It's what it is. So I don't know. I hear a lot of stories about, like, I know Fat Joe. Like, last time I was with Fat Joe, we was fucking at Prime 112. We was 25 deep. He wouldn't let us pay the bill. He paid the whole bill. Fat Joe, I know, always been a dude that, he's a giver. You know what I mean? He don't mind bringing business together. So it was like, the shit I was hearing, I didn't understand it. So when I came into it, and Liza was like telling me, I'm like, nah, Joe not gonna be a problem. We're not gonna have a problem with Fat Joe. She's looking at me like, yo, Wack, I'm telling you. I'm like, Liza, I don't know what the fuck that went on, but me, Wack, that knows Fat Joe, he's not gonna try to block anything I do. That ain't what we do. And she was like, Wack, I'm telling you. I'm like, well, Liza, my business, the people I do business with, they're loyal to me. Me and Fat Joe ain't never had no issues. Y'all gotta remember, the G-Unit game beef kicked off because 50 wanted Game to diss Fat Joe.
That's a
And
fact.
Fat Joe, Game like, nah, that's my homeboy. I ain't got nothing against Fat Joe. That's your motherfucking business. Nigga, I'm from Bompton, nigga. I ain't got no problem with Fat Joe. So, that's my introduction to Fat Joe. Then you got Cool and Dre. All these people my brothers. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck been going on, but that's not gonna go on with me and Joe. And to date, Joe hasn't said nothing no ill feelings against it. I did get a call a week ago. He want to sit down and have a conversation. I let Liza know that. So I gotta figure out where Joe at. We cross paths and sit down. I don't know if, I keep hearing tell the truth, but I don't know what the fuck that is or what that means. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not here to tell the Pun story. I'm here to facilitate and make sure the business that's needed, right, is behind the Pun story. The Pun story comes down to Liza, those Terror Squad members that fuck with Pun and that's still here today, family, friends, execs, so on and so forth. They're gonna be the ones, dictating what the story is. Now, when it comes to Joe and the courtroom, this is as fair as I can be. You got Liza's story, Panda, and you got Joe's story, right, Panda? What
And
I'm gonna
Jelly
do,
Bean.
and Jelly Bean.
Right.
So, one thing that all three of those people have in common that I think is the equal medium, and that's fair to dictate, right, that part of the story, is I'm just gonna go pull the court documents, all the minute orders, like what she accused of, Pun's defense, with the details and the proof that was put on the table, and all of that, and the judge's ruling. I'm gonna let that dictate that part of the story. That way, it's no Liza lied, Pun lied, he kept this out, because when Liza came with the accusations, Pun had to come and defend himself, and he had to bring all his documents. The judge then, based upon what Pun said and Liza said, told Joe, that you did things. And whatever happened is going to be in the minute orders of the civil case and the findings of it. I'm going to let that be the tale of that. Cuban League's down there. Pull him
All
up.
right, I'm looking for him right now. Where's Q? Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Got him.
because Joe was on live with Tony Sunshine just last year, and he said that Liza never got $1 out of him, and that he never took anything. So, I mean, this is still the same narrative that is being pushed, you know, even as of recently. I'm talking, the case was back in 2016, so this is not even new information necessarily, right? But even just as last year, 2022, that's the same thing that he's maintaining. That's his argument.
Hello, guys.
Is that crazy ass Cuban?
Yeah, that's crazy ass Cuban.
I fuck with Cuban. I ain't gonna lie. What up, Cuban? What's good, player?
What up, baby? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I made it in time, right, Panda? No doubt, man. I'm just pulling up, man, letting y'all know I'm here.
Hey,
so
Cuban.
Shout out to
Cuban.
Wack hit me up too.
So, Cuban, check it out. A couple months ago, I sent you a text. You look at the text, I know you. You read it, you grab that big-ass bald head of yours, run your head down your face, and then you text back and say, yo, Wack, knock it off. It's too early for your bullshit.
Too early. Too fucking early.
I say, bro, no cap. I wouldn't play with you about this. It's about to go. I'm going to need you. I said, I'm in Paradigm right now in the chairman's office. I met with Liza yesterday. I got her here today. We inking the deal. You text me. If you're with Liza, FaceTime me.
I
FaceTime you. You look at me. Liza waves at you. You know what those type of officers look like. You see Andrew Ruff over there. And like I told everybody on the floor, what fucked me up is I seen Cuban get emotional in his eyes. And I said, yo, it must have been some shit going on for this man. Like, it was like he got emotional, like I didn't know how to read it. It was like, motherfucker. Somebody finally making it happen.
It was that moment right there, that moment of truth. Like,
you got emotional, bro. I told him, but it was I
ain't never afraid to drop a tear when the tears is hurt or show some emotional feelings. You know what I'm saying? When it's real, like, that's just me.
But see, it's shit like that, Beast, that lets me know it's some shit that was going on.
Yeah, man. There's some.
For him to get emotional because I was making it happen, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, why Cuban? You know, we troll Cuban. You know that, Beast. We fuck with Cuban, cuss him out, he cuss us out, talk shit, whatever, right? So we know he a man's man. So I'm like, damn, bro, really got emotional. That.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you feel it because in this world, man. This world of entertainment, man. You know, when you get when you get dealt the hand, like I've been dealt, what Liza's been dealt. You know what I'm saying, and the rest of the Punch crew. You know what I'm saying? Like afterwards, after Punch passed and everything. You know, it wasn't easy to deal with. I might take it with a smile on my face. I talk it because I live it. You know what I'm saying? I own my truth, so I spill it how I spill it. You know what I'm saying? But just know that it's 100% real. Whether I'm making fun of it or put myself as the butt of the joke, whatever. Because I do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how my sanity. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep my sanity. So at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna have to play ball in this field where I know I'm gonna have to confront people. They gonna ask me questions. I know they gonna fuck up sometimes. Some of us, we come from the hood. We're not educated enough to know what a real fucking interview like. So niggas, everybody's a podcaster now. So I gotta deal with that. I give myself and I give them, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity and the respect also, even if they fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck up on me. You know what I'm saying? I know. just letting you know that that's who I really am. But that situation was like surreal to me because it was like, you know, what the fuck? They had me from the left field, really. And then you kept your word, and you a nigga like, especially you from the other side of town. You came in, you know, putting some shit on me that never happened. So me and you had that dispute, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that you was really like, you know what I'm saying, like part of Joe's, you know what I'm saying, defense camp when it comes to representing and protecting that name, Terror Squad, and all that. So
I mean, you know me, Cuban. I keep it real, bro. One thing you know,
I knew that.
I'm a lone wolf, bro. You know I'm a renegade. You know I don't. You know.
But I love that. That's what attracted me to like listen to your shit, listen to what you say, because you're a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, that stands on your own and you stand by a decision and you give reasons. You know what I'm saying? So I like that about you. I love that about you. So I always gave that. That was the thing that always, you know what I'm saying, made me like react to certain ways.
Shout out, Steve.
Always showing you like that love, regardless. We had an argument. Yo, my nigga, you good? Yo, happy Thanksgiving, happy. That was the element that, you know what I'm saying, kept me doing that to you as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you had that in you. You know what I'm saying? Now, to go out there and really, like, putting it out there and try to help a nigga out or help the family out, I didn't think you would go that, you know, that far. So it was a surprise. It was a beautiful surprise. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you saw in my eyes.
Nah, I seen it, but it was genuine.
Yeah.
It was genuine. And you know what Liza told me? She said, Wack, me and that crazy motherfucker ain't always seen eye to eye, but that motherfucker loves my husband.
Yeah,
so,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And your next text to me when I got off FaceTime was, Team Rios, I'm here for whatever's needed.
That's it, baby. West Coast niggas put a nigga on. East Coast, what up, nigga? Fuck that. And I don't have to get nothing from this deal. Remember that. It's about her, about the kids. That's where it belongs. That's it. That's all I'm that's a million. That's a million times for me right there as riches. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that. And that's it. I have nothing. I don't even have to be part of this shit. Nothing. If she
she wants you part of it.
No, if it is, I'm just saying, if it's just the case, I'm just saying.
She wants you part of it. I just told her that I gotta find an actor that got a big ass watermelon head, right?
I got a bean head.
Cuban, he said you got a watermelon head.
Hey, yo, you know, me and Cuban be talking shit. They swear it's gonna be the war, right?
Yo, wow, Cuban. It's fucking, yo, Cuban, those fucking IG reels that you be doing with the fucking crazy ass. What up, Cuban?
I gotta keep it. What's up, baby? I gotta keep that laughing, man. You know that shit. This shit is funny, man, to me, man. It's funny because I never seen a liar run so much and stay in the game so long. So I'm like, what the fuck? This should be having my mind buggle. But hey, man, in the same breath that I curse him out, you know what I'm saying? I also, you know what I'm saying, also give him thanks for keep making it, you know what I'm saying, this long, even though all the thievery and shit he did, whatever he did, that was his path. You know what I'm saying? But he's still relevant to all these years. It's hard to do. So I still have enough, you know what I'm saying, respect to say that about him. You know what I'm saying? Because even if it was right now, he was like, his lights was off. Like, probably my lights would have been off. It would have been no shit me talking. I still would have been at it with him. You know what I'm saying? Underneath everything. Like, niggas wouldn't have to even get the story, but I would still be cursing him out. There'd still be problems, but it won't be that to the magnitude it is. He just, you know, he kept at his craft. He kept buying rhymes, spitting rhymes, other niggas' rhymes, but he kept doing it. You know, his work ethic is tremendously appreciated. So, salute, if that was any type of salute for him. But regardless, he gets a chance to tell his story also. It's not like I'm over here, and, you know what I'm saying, I'm preventing him like he does to us. He prevents, like, legally. And he tried to do every fucking thing in a book to cheat, to try to not to get the story out. I would never do that to him. I'll fucking let him speak his shit. Speak his shit, nigga. Let me hear you. Let me hear you so I can debate you right there in your face. And if the debate ain't strong enough, I'm going to punch you dead in your mouth again. And that's it. And we'll get a fucking, celebrity match, you know, Cuban and Joe. We'll do that shit. When I'm 90, we can do that.
Yo, I hear a lot of people say, yo, Wack, if it wasn't for Fat Joe, Big Pun wouldn't be on. I say, yo, I respect that. But then I hear a lot of people say, yo, Wack, not for nothing, it was Big Pun's success that kept Fat Joe relevant at that time.
100%. The same breath you say that.
You know what I'm saying?
You put Pun on, you could also say Pun put that nigga on to a different level.
They kept him,
higher level. You know what I'm saying? Higher level. The level he wanted to be at. Where every artist wanted to be at. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking pop charts and you know, selling platinum albums. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different level than just getting the chance to be in the industry. You know?
So Cuban, when was the last time you and Joe had a conversation?
Conversation. We don't practice those kind of words about where we from. We seen each other. That's the only time we talked about it. A couple of times, you know what I'm saying, in the street scenario where shit popped off, and not crazy stuff, but you know.
I'm gonna tell you where I'm challenging New York at, right? Is I've been doing my research. That next motherfucking Puerto Rican parade, it need to be some motherfucking representation of Pun, bro. He was the first motherfucking rapper, bro. Puerto Rican rapper to go fucking platinum. How in the fuck they don't have no type of representations of Pun, bro?
Now the state is back to the original hands. So now, you know what I'm saying, people can move around, you know what I'm saying, got more stuff to say, they can put Pun's conversation up more and more, and hopefully, everything will be just the way.
I can't front 2 walls, bro. They can be 2 separate walls, don't matter, because one from the Bronx, the other one rep the Harlem and Bronx. It need to be a mural dedicated on one of them walls to Big Pun and DJ K Slay. That's facts. I'm just being real, bro.
Me and K had our problems in the past, but at the end of the day,
but when it came to that culture,
he changed the culture, and he protected it. He protected the culture. Yeah, he kept it.
Real shit.
I fucking wish at the end of his, before he passed, like at that time, like recently actually, before he passed, like we was getting cooler. So I'm saying, like we did a show together, like around the same, so we seen each other. But it was a time where he was the Black Fat Joe of the rap game.
He was a Black Fat Joe. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
They called that nigga the Black Fat Joe.
Well, he called himself that. He wanted to be known that. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, you more handsome than that motherfucker. Fuck out of here. So, at the end of the day, he chose that because, that was his loyalty. Then he went with, through the whole shit with Papoose and that beef with Papoose and all. He took Papoose side and they had a little disagreement. So I think that really woke him up to my situation. You know what I'm saying? Because he started seeing what Joe, would actually do after.
Yeah, I was in the middle of all that. You talking about the DC hotel room situation. Yeah, I was in the middle of all that.
Hey, Cuban, what's going on? I seen some new shit came out with you and Remy. What's going on with you and
Remy? No, Remy. Remy and me. Look, before she went to jail, she was going to. If y'all remember back when she was going through the beef with Joe, as far as Joe not, like backing her project up the right way, and guiding her the right place. And she was, looking to go to G Unit. She fell off with Joe, and that's the time when she came to me, to get with me, to see what I was doing, and I had my situation going on, MOB Records and all of that, men of business, and I got my man, the CEO of Men of Business, to propose a deal. He was gonna give $500,000 in our pocket and like $2 million for the budget. You know what I'm saying? So that was I didn't even get that shit. So I mean, I in both deals that I try to help out somebody at that time, it was Remy and it was Liza with baby Chris at the time, but both they didn't go through because something that didn't out of something that between them, because I made sure that I wasn't in the middle. Like I told my man, I was like, listen, I don't want nothing from this. I just want you to, help my people out of the situation. Remy, she was about to do some jail time, or she was going through court. So I was going with her to the trials. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, we was that close with each other. And, I was just backing her up. You know what I'm saying? Because Pun had love for her. And the time, me and her ever kicked it, we always been cool. And she's the one who drove me when I got cut. In my face, she drove me to the hospital. That's the first motherfucker I saw when I went outside. And I found out I was cut. I looked down. I said my little prayer outside to Jimmy. I said, forgive me, Father, for what I'm about to do. And I opened my eyes. It was Remy right there, the red Mercedes. She said, what happened? She took me to the hospital right there, 178 from Grand Concourse. got stitched up and all that. So I remember those things, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I was always there to, one of her that I could be any help to you in your life. I'm there for you. You know what I'm saying? Just like you was there for me. I appreciate it. So basically, at the end of the day, she did her bid. She blew trial. I didn't go see her but during the 7 years. I had my problems too, but no excuses, whatever. Always my love was echoed by me when I was doing videos, whether Remy shirt, sending kites to her brother Raye, you know what I'm saying, for her, Gilly, telling her nigga, you know what I'm saying, tell her I said hi, but to tell her my situation. They knew my situation. So she comes out and never speaks about me, never answers my kite, says she's Mr. Now, so and never ever says my name on her mouth. So now, since we've been doing the panda chop fucking novelas, out of nowhere she decides to chime in. After I told a story about Tony Sunshine got smacked with a cock. You know what I'm saying? 3 times.
He got slapped with a what?
What the
With
fuck?
a goddamn cock. And a fucking big ass fucking sausage called the cock.
Get the
fuck is going on?
Yeah,
okay, so you talking about a sausage, them big ass.
Yeah, black sausages.
Gotcha.
From Africa. Straight from
Africa.
Yeah. Right. So
that's nasty work, Beach. We gotta use that.
Definitely.
We gotta use
that.
So the reason I said that is because this little nigga here, he owe me a soul. You know what I'm saying? I just named child. I ain't wasn't on it to collect it yet because he hasn't done nothing to really repay that. You know what I'm saying? When you do something for somebody that deserves the merit of love and of honor, you know what I'm saying? That person needs to know that that relationship is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It's both ways. But at the same time, if I do something for you, I protect you and I save your life, nigga, at least call me and fuck Christmas and tell me, yo, how you doing? Good? Everything? You know what I'm saying? Don't give me nothing. Just call me. Make sure I'm good. Do not hang out with my worst enemy and then start talking shit. Like, I'm a piece of shit and now you're with them, so now you're just throwing more dirt on me with them. That is the most fucking Judas shit in the world. So I have to give him the little piece of memory of who he is before he starts talking gangster. You know what I'm saying? Because he should know that better than that, but I guess he doesn't. So now the whole world will correct you. Because once they know the truth, they're going to know anybody who got slapped with a cock can't talk gangster no more. Like, that's over. No gangster sing, and you're lucky if you can still sing something. And, people don't fucking picture a fucking giant dick, busting a nut while you're singing. So just relax and take your losses or just learn from that experience and be a humble, nice little young singing little bitch like you are. That's all my message was. Because, all that friendship shit with certain niggas is done. And that's what it is. It's just done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got no patience for it. Niggas already show me who they are. So you know what? If you want to be my enemy, I'm going to let you know you're my enemy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no, you know what I'm saying, you under the covers doing hateful shit behind my back or some sneaky shit. Nah. We going to do this shit face to face like we should. If not, then, you know what I'm saying, just move out my way. All I'm trying to do is my music, you know what I'm saying, and get my motherfucking green card. Just like Scarface, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And make sure my brother's family, it gets their motherfucking respect they just do and their monies that they owe. That's what I could do, you know what I'm saying, as a human being. And that's it, man. Live a happy life.
Yo, this is Panda, but for all of you guys that are interested in that story, I interviewed the actual guy that allegedly slapped him in the face with his cock. Right? It's on my page.
Oh, shit. You got the interview with the guy who slapped him with the cock?
Yeah. Cuban set that up.
Oh, don't start snitching, you fuck.
Yo.
Listen, you interviewed the guy with the non-stop, his name too, non-stop, the cock slapper. Oh my God.
Please run that content.
Yeah, we gonna run that content. We hey, Panda, you got the link? Can you
Yeah, I'm gonna get it right now for you.
Grab it, and you got a beam in my room too. You can post it up top. So once you grab it, I put your link up top so they can follow you and everything like that too. So we can get that link up top. We'll listen to that shit and we'll fucking I ain't never heard of nobody got slapped with a cock before. I ain't gonna lie, that's some different shit right there. That shit's different.
Well, there's a guy that
Man.
His name is Tony Sunshine.
Depend on what generation of New York you talking to. Ain't no telling what the fuck you about to hear.
Yo.
Yeah. Nah. It's just that it's what it is, man. I mean, you know, when your enemy got no respect for you, as far as like, you know, just respect for a human life, like as far as like, yo, you show respect. Well, even the enemy's got a certain kind of respect. You know, I'll give you your body back after I kill your fucking brother. You know what I'm saying? Go bury the motherfucker. I won't fucking burn him in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you understand that, you know, you're my slave now or some shit. That's some crazy shit. I won't do that. Like, respect. You know what I'm saying? We could die. We could, you know, a fucking incredible death or an honorable death. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And at the end of the day, I mean, that's how far it could go. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do that, but it is what it is. From this point, from the point that I got touched with a motherfucking razor, nigga, it's been like that. So they should know that. I never sued. I never snitched. I took like a fucking dickhead, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I fucking not even, you know, I don't deserve this shit. That shit has no meaning except betrayal. Because nothing that comes with the scar. So all I need is some answers. Niggas don't want to answer my questions, and that's the problem. So, okay, you want to answer? I'm gonna make you answer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you answer. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna make you answer. I'll let God make you answer. I have that. But I'm gonna play part to make, you know, to be right between God and you. I want to do the interview. And the chop, you know, it's cock blocking right now. So I'm trying to get that interview. Panda. That's my interview.
I dropped the link in the chat.
You already know. Hey, Rosetta, you see that link up top? Can we get that one played? We get a context to this getting slapped in the face with a cock. I never heard no shit. You know what I mean? So we gonna.
Yeah, we call him Baloney Tony. Yeah.
Pin.
All right, we got a special guest in the house today. Today we are pulling receipts, doing confirmations. For the people that don't know you, can you please introduce yourself?
Yo, what up, man? I mean, it is what it is. Niggas know who it be. I mean, ain't nothing changed. It's just been a little minute. Niggas know how I get down. I mean, it's nonstop. I mean, we take it way back, 166 and 10. I mean, PM Mob. I mean, CLK for life. You know, Buddha Zombies. You know, 23 Park, man. We just take it back. Y'all know what it is. It's nonstop, baby.
All right. And what age did you meet Cuban Link?
I mean, we was like bambinos, man. Looking at what, 16, 17, it goes deeper than that. When we was 14, when we first, you know what I mean, we started playing softball, got the first PAL league up in 23 Park. So, you know, it's just been years. Because, you know, they from Lovevilles, we from Forest Projects, you know. That was the stomping grounds. Everybody know what it is. And, you know. But it's just like 14 to 16. It goes deeper than that. And it's just been so many years, but.
Were you close to Big Pun, Tony Sunshine, and Triple Sace as well?
We all grew up. I mean, I was close to all of them, you know what I mean? But once the limelight came, you know what I mean? You know, Pun blew up, you know, everybody went their own ways, but I've been there since day one, you know, because once they start going on tour, you know, things change. But Cuban, you know, from day one, when Cuban got signed, you know, he definitely took us underneath. I was with Cuban pretty much every day, man. It's like where he lives. I wasn't too far away. You know, I did his whole basement. You know what I mean? I renovated his whole basement. It was just crack. It was crazy up in the BX over there by Soundview. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it goes back. It's history. And Tony Sunshine, he lived in Forest Projects. You know what I mean? He lived in 760, 166 and 10th Street. He lived in AE. I lived in 90. You know what I mean? So that goes way back when we was riding skateboards and roller skating in the hallway. Get ready to go to Skate Key. You know what I mean? You feel me? So, yeah, I know them very well.
Now, you are mostly known for the mythology, this hip-hop rumor, alleged thing that happened where Cuban Link was present and so was Tony Sunshine, and somebody got touched. Can you please give us a full detailed account of what happened in that situation?
Going deep. You know, it's just crazy. Let me just put it this way, right? I'm gonna give you details. I mean, it's just feel facts. It's just the truth. See how we grew up in the streets, man. Especially if we was a team, we was family, man. It wasn't like we was a gang. We meet up the next day. We got to report to duties, pay dues, this and that. Nah, we grew up since bambinos, man. Forest Projects. We hung out. We looked for each other. We played tag. We go to Littlevilles. 23 Park, handball courts, basketball. We hung out every day. Panda come there, Moondog, all of us. That Pacific day was just you know, that's when Tony was getting this little fame, you know. To be honest with you, when Tony's first track that he did, it was on the floating hospital. It was a floating hospital boat down in Manhattan. I never forget, it was a Saturday. He came upstairs, he said, yo, nonstop, you want to roll out? I was like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Let's go. It was just me and him. It was about like 15, 16. You know, I know I'm 2 years older, about 2 years older. So, you know, we rolled out. We went down there, you know, went down Manhattan. He had some chicks down there. I did some little 16 verse rap. At that time, I ain't really know what I mean? But the shit was tight. Only thing I know, we came home with some bitches, right? So it is what it is. So those same chicks, you know, that's how it started. We've been in contact with the same chicks for years. Then we started getting more business all of a sudden. You know, Pun came around. He hung in 23 Park, Cuban. We all hung out together. And that's when, you know, the music was getting popping. They discovered Tony had a voice. We always knew. We gave him the name R&B. You know what I mean? Tony Sunshine, Anthony Cruz. We gave him the name R&B, you feel me? Because the dog had a voice. It was like, yo, this is our little nigga. But he wasn't built like that, you feel me? He was not built like that. You know, I'm a street nigga, you know? I did my time, I did my dirt. I did my, you know, I thank God where I'm at now. But, you know, some things you just can't let go or leave alone because it's brought back out. And he was the type, he got the money. Tony Sunshine was the type, he'll call cops on himself, dogs, just to get the attention. We'd be chilling in 23 Park, smoking, chilling. All of a sudden, we see him flying that way, running. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this shit? Call cops on himself. That was him. But, you know, he's a good dude back then. But once that money, and I noticed every time there was a chick around, he act different. I'm like, yo, why this nigga is always, like, trying to be the bigger person or stand out more? He's a pretty boy. You know, we always looking good. He ain't had no paper. I used to lend this nigga my leather jackets when the leather vests came out. I used to lend this nigga my kicks, man. I always had that paper. I was a hustler. So he was a little nigga just trying to come up. I was little too, but he was more of a little nigga. You know what I mean? I was known for fighting 6 foot niggas, so, you know what I mean, 6'1" niggas. Took a lot of losses, took more wins, but I was street and never gave up. I scrapped to his blood. I mean, that was just in my DNA. You know what I mean? That's another story about the family. But the same chicks of that night we met for years. It was in Tony Sunshine's house. We went to his house, we played hooky. Called up bitches, he called them up. Hot chicks. He got this first little open door. They already, you know.
Wait. This happened in his own house?
Yeah, in his own house, man. In his apartment. Because we played hooky in his house. This was in Forest Projects. No, matter of fact, rewind. I'm lying. Mix up. It wasn't. We hung out in Tony Sunshine's house. When we got the bitches there, we ended up in Al's house. Al lived in 5D. The same building on the 5th floor. So we took the bitches from Tony's house. We was all hanging up there. Then we went downstairs to Al's house. And that's when Cuban and them came. And my man White Boy was there too, man. It was Benny Blanc, it was Al, it was Cuban, and it was my man White Boy. Okay, Cuban, and he was trying to remember who else was there, but it was White Boy. And, you know, he had some bitches there. So, I mean, it was cute. It was bad. I mean, at that time, you know, we young. So, you know, we had...
How many girls?
It was 3 chicks there. You know, one was Tony, the other 2 was some smuts, whatever. But, you know, we was drinking, smoking, so you already know what was going to happen then. And Triz and Dan, you all day. Pun started it. So, but Tony acted like he wanted all the chicks. He was trying to play dudes. And he wasn't built that life, man. But he was trying to play me, man. He was trying to play me. Everybody else ain't pay no mind to it, but me, I'm going to catch on to it. Sometimes, yeah, I like to call shots because that's what I do. I did a lot of dirt. And, you know, I repped in the streets. But Tony was that day, he just felt like he was the Don of Dons. Had the chick chilling, kissing on her. He ain't want nobody touching her and all that. Then we was drinking, smoking. He just started mouthing off. Like, every time you would ask him a question, he would suck his teeth at me. And I'd be like, yo, why are you acting like that? He said, what are you talking about, bro? And I was like,
He said it like that?
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? He said, nah, we good. I said, why you trying to play me? He said, nah, nigga, what he said? What was it, man? It was something that started it. Oh, it's about the floating hospital. That's how it started. Because the chick that he was sitting with, I told him, that's the same chick we met in the floating hospital. I told him, yo, what's up with Shorty right there? Now, that ain't his girl. You know what I mean? He was like, nah, that's my Shorty. Get back up, man. I mean, she don't want you. That's my bitch. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was playing, but I ain't take that cool because he didn't just tell me that. He said that shit in front of the bitches.
Right.
So you know the type of nigga I am. I mean, why would you even say that, bro? I mean, like, yeah, when I drink, come on, man. You know, at that age, I love to fight, bro. I love to fight. So, I mean, we're family. We're in my man's house, so ain't nobody really gonna know what happens. You know what I mean? So that's what we do. And sometimes we used to throw house parties Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, bro. In the same building, no lie. And have bitches. We did big things. And for Tony to do that, because now he's getting popular in his voice, I mean, he getting his deal. He's like forgetting where he came from. He forgetting how he got.
Wait, so this was
what?
This was right before he got his deal?
Yeah. Right before he got his deal, man. I mean, like, he knew it was gonna happen because Pun already, you know, people was looking at him. You know what I mean? He had the voice. He was getting the bitches. He was getting he didn't have no deal. This was right before the deal. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
So at this time, was Pun already signed to Joe, or he was
no,
like right
they
on
was
the
in
cusp?
The works. At that, I don't know about paperwork, but at that time, no. As I see it.
But they met Joe already.
Yeah. They met Joe. I mean, Pun, if I'm not mistaken, Pun and Cuban, they was already starting because they was playing softball together. So the talk was already in the air. Joe already did the first track, Flow Joe. I mean, I held the banner in the Puerto Rican Day Parade. You know, PN Mob, where we are. That's like the junior terror squads. I mean, we'll protect the block too. You know, it's like little leaguers that come around, saw shit, terror squad. You know what I mean? We there, we handle it. It was big as terror squad can handle it with us, or they see we getting busy. I mean, they coming in there helping us because we was all from the same hood. That's how I really got. Now, don't get me wrong, Tony. When it's shit like that, he'll get busy. But like niggas out the crew, you know. In other words, he gotta be like 5-6 niggas. He won't scrap by himself. You know what I mean? He won't throw that joint down. You know, it's just weird. You know, like 3 weeks after that. I mean, after what happened with Cuban, about a couple of months later. A couple of months, maybe a year later, something like that. You know, I got stabbed 6 times up in 7 Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? It was like 10 years, but, you know, we was getting it popping. But, you know, thank God I'm still here. It is what it is. But, you know, there's a lot of controversy to that story, and that's on another chapter, but it was real. But, you know, a lot of people got involved. But, yeah, let's go back to that story. So that day when, right in the house, the last part I told you, man, the chicks, man, he was embarrassing me, bro. So I told the nigga to chill on some real shit, man. I said, yo, Tony, chill, man.
Were you drunk at this time?
Nah, we was feeling nice because he was actually making we was feeling nice, but he was making my highness go away. I mean, we had a couple of 40s. We had more weed than 40s. I mean, it was in the daytime, so we was playing hooky. We ain't gonna get too drunk. I mean, so that's how I know, because we still had to go home. But he just kept on. He was saying some wild shit, and it started from the chick. And when we went to the Florida hospital, about him saying, "Oh, that chick don't want you," but he said that shit in front of her. I said, nigga, I'm a fly nigga, whatever the case may be. But I said, yo, nigga, don't you trying to play me? And that's
especially in front of the girl.
Yeah, you can't. Girls. You know what I mean? They all look. Right. He's loud. I mean, then he's grabbing onto the chick, kissing on her, talking to me, looking at me sideways like he's some G, man. On some real shit. Like he's some G. But, you know, it is what it is. He kept on mouth. And I said, yo, my nigga, you so fucking pussy, bro. I can't even touch you with my hands because I'm afraid I'm going to hurt you. And I was like, I slapped you with my dick, man. I embarrassed you in front of your kids. I said, I end your whole career.
So how was the layout of the room? Do you remember like where everybody was when that was going down?
Cuban and I was sitting on the board on the bed, and the white boy and Al was sitting next to the window, and Blanc was over there next to the window too. It was something like that, but it was like all of us in the room. It was just a TV, a bed. I mean, it's like the
where was Tony at?
He was sitting on the bed with Shorty. Shorty was between his legs.
And then the other girls were sitting where?
They were sitting with my man, white boy. They was over there hanging out. They was rolling, smoking. They were sitting on the bed, and my white boy, Alan, I'm like, they were standing, and the chicks were sitting on the bed. We was like talking, man. Cuban was sitting on the bed, and the chicks were sitting on one side. We was all chilling, man. They had the music on and all that.
So you tell him, I can't even touch you with my hands. I will slap you with my... What does he say right after that?
I mean, they thought I was playing, and then my nigga Al, he already knew it, and Al gassed the shit out. He was like, man, stop playing. You ain't gonna do no shit like that, yo. You said, I ain't pussy, bro. He kept saying, he ain't pussy. I said, Tony, we know you, bro. And you're fucking...
Tony was saying this. Tony was saying that he's
he kept saying he's not pussy. He's not pussy. You know what I mean? He always wanted to practice this karate judo shit. You tell me, I don't know what the fuck he used to do. He used to do some shit like this stuff. Like some stupid shit. You know, some crazy shit like that and all that. I guess there's some little kid shit. Karate used to be on Channel 5 on Saturdays. He'd watch that shit. You know what I mean? He'd practice when I shit. And like, what you doing, bro? So, you know, he tempted it. And I said, he kept on. He just kept on wilding. He kept on talking shit, bro. You know me. I'm the type of nigga that'll set it off on anybody, bro.
So he's saying that I'm not pussy, and basically Al is antagonizing you, saying that you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. So what happened after that?
Al is a gasser, bro. Al is a real nigga. Al and Benny, those are my main two dudes, man. Those are my main. Those are my things, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I mean, they hold the nigga down, bro. On some real shit. But Al's also an instigator, bro. He's a real nigga. Don't get it twisted. My nigga's dangerous, but he's a instigator. He could get two nuns to fight, bro. That's how serious it is. So he's gassing Tony up. He ain't gassing me up. He's gassing Tony up. And for what was that? Tony like pushed the chick to the side, and then this like, I dare you, because she was getting heated by then because he kept on, and then this got on his knees.
Tony said, "I dare you."
Ow. He was instigating and saying, "Nah, you ain't gonna do that shit. You ain't gonna do that shit." I said, "Stop playing, man." And then this nigga Tony, I turned around, is like getting on his knees or something. Like he's just. I think he did that because he was showing off in front of the bitches, man. Because he probably really thought I wasn't gonna do it, and so I, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy, but yeah, you know, pulled out Big Daddy, and I had to. It was more than a helicopter, bro. It was. You know,
how many steps did you walk towards him?
It was about 4, man. It was about 4. It was like 1, 2, and 5, but it was about 4 to 5.
And so you pulled it out, and he sees it with you in your hand, and he's still just sitting there, or
I took the second step. I already had it out of my hand. I was already. When Al said that last shit, I looked at him, I just opened my shit, put it down, man, and started grabbing my shit, walking to him. When I pulled it out, that's when I started swinging. And that's when I called him, bah! Then I went again, bah! Then I went again, bah! And then he said, yo! Then everybody said, yo! Then he went like this. And I said, what? Then I said, what? And then I said, I turned around, got the blunt, and started smoking. Let everybody else finish, and that was the end of that, bro.
So wait, he was thinking about fighting you at that point, but he decided not to.
I did all that kung fu shit, and he, you know, I ain't turn my back on him because he get smacked, man, right there. I mean, he know I'm quick with the hands. I mean, back then I was quick with the hands. Imagine now, so it is what it is. He knows what's up, man. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of anger in my heart too, but you know what I mean. It's doing it dirty, man. I mean,
wait. Okay, what did he do exactly right after that he got slapped?
I told you, bro. What are you not?
No,
hearing?
So
I told you. He started doing some kung fu. He's watching. What's that shit that used to come on Saturdays, bro? We watched that shit as a little kid. What was it? The karate shit. We watched it every Saturday. This started doing shit, bro. Breathing in and out. So, you know, I was ready to, I thought it was over. We was about to get it popping. I was just gonna two-piece him real quick.
So did you put up your hands? Did you put up your hands or no? No?
Okay. What? No. I told you. When he did the kung fu I turned around, I grabbed the blunt, I'm smoking, I looked at him, and all he's saying was, all right, man, now just and that's it.
Oh,
he walked out the room, everybody's laughing, the bitch is laughing, and yeah, I don't think he never seen those bitches again after that, I'll tell you that much.
So the shorty that was on his lap, was she laughing too?
Yeah, Al started.
Yo, Panda, how'd you get that classic interview from this individual, man? How did you get him to tell you he slapped a man with a fucking cock, and then the bitches, and he started doing some karate chop kick? He was doing some stand-up karate to himself. That shit is wild.
Bro, it's the craziest story ever, right? So what happened was Cuban had put out this story years ago. And so he gave me the play-by-play on my channel when I asked him again for clarification on it, right? He went in full detail about the story. And so then it's just such an elaborate story that it's really difficult to think that anybody will be sitting around making this shit up. You know what I mean? So Tony was talking shit online about Cuban, and then Cuban was like, you know what, let's set up the interview with the slapper, you know? So we set it up, and pretty much everything that he said is what Cuban said. So it's pretty much confirmation that, you know, I have to say allegedly because it is my platform and, you know, I wasn't there, but it don't really sound that good.
Yo,
I'm
this
just saying.
shit is different, man. Hey, they was on some other shit back in the day, slapping people with cocks and some old shit. I ain't gonna lie,
How
player.
you
That's
sit right there
different.
and let that happen?
How you
That's what I
gonna sit
want.
there? Yeah, exactly. How do you sit there and just take that?
But that's what everyone is saying though, is Cuban had said that before, like the guy walks about 4 or 5 steps to him.
So that wasn't his first time. That wasn't his first time getting hit with that Glock.
Yeah, he would have had to been asleep or something.
Sleep, I'm gonna kill you, boy.
Yo, so Panda, we got you here because we had overheard that this individual has been kind of pressing. I wouldn't even say pressing, but hey, Cuban, you heard about this this fat guy that's been pressing a little bit, trying to do some weird shit?
Say beef.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
I mean, you hear me? Have you heard about this guy trying to press the homie Panda? Kind of doing weird shit to the homie Panda like that? Oh, Cuban might be on mute, but hey, so Panda, what was this? What was these threats consistent of? Was it just him getting at you in your DM, or having people get at you in your DM and trying to do some weirdo shit, or was there anything like direct messages that is saying like, hey, you better fucking cease and desist type of thing, or what's going on, man? Because I don't like the way people be trying to press. Like people that are just trying to bring content. Like you're just trying to make the content. You're giving everybody a platform to tell their story, and then this motherfucker, just because he's whatever he is, he thinks he could do you like that. That's kind of crazy as fuck. You know what I mean?
I'm doing an interview.
Yeah. So what happened was I was getting a lot of DMs.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now, Cuban.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so there was 5 steps for me in that car. He had 4
See, you playing, but that's where my mind is.
There were 3 bitches. Before that cock hit him, slapped that in the middle of the day.
Somebody hit the red X.
All right. That's it. I just wanted to say that. I didn't hear the other one because my phone's breaking up. I'm in a bad place. But go ahead.
Oh, Cuban is in here singing. All right.
Yeah, Indigo. You already know.
Yeah, so I was getting a lot of messages with threats, and they found out like my real identity, because you know, like a lot of people have wondered like, what do I look like, who I really am, because I'm always behind the camera, because I don't want to be on camera, because I want to focus on the actual guests that I'm interviewing. I don't want people to pay attention to me. I want people to pay attention to the story, because you know, a lot of times when you're watching a podcast, it's like it could be distracting. Sometimes people really want to get their whole relating to the artist, going, oh yeah, that happened to me too, and this blah blah blah, and like nobody gives a fuck. People care about the guests. That's why they're there watching. You know what I mean? And so then they was contacting me saying, yo, this is your real name, this is what you look like, this is your phone number, this is your birthday. They got all this information about me, and it was like, you better stop or we gonna pull up on you. Multiple different times.
Question?
Yeah.
Is this the same dude that got slapped with the meat pistol threatening you?
Nah, it's
right.
Joe's people, I believe.
It's Joe's people, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they got your information. They got all your name and shit like that. How have they put it out to everybody else, or is it just they're just
Not
showing
yet.
you what they have?
Yeah, they're showing that.
They're showing fear is what they're doing. All they niggas is doing is showing fear. And it's easy for a nigga like me, probably whack, you know what I'm saying? We know what kind of tactics they're doing. But I understand, you know what I'm saying, both, like, you know what I'm saying, how Panda's feeling. At the same time, I try to tell him certain things, but it's not for me to say anything. It's how he's feeling. Because at the end of the day, what Panda's doing really is voicing his power and helping the truth come out. Because if it was not lies, just to, you know, I was aiming at these dudes because, you know what I'm saying, I'm on some selfish shit and I'm spreading lies on them, putting some hateful shit out on them, on some make-believe shit, then it's one thing. But if I'm fighting over here to get my motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, my honor back, you know what I'm saying, my word back, You know what I'm saying? To let motherfuckers understand and really understand that I'll be telling the truth, and you know, to certain everything really, but to these stories that they're talking about, and you know, you know, he's just hoping to do that. I'm the one talking. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to. They know what's going on.
What's okay? Hey, Cuban, what's so top fucking secret that they think that they want to make this guy and this individual feel like he can't tell his story, or not even his story, the story that you're presenting him? What is so fucking hush hush that they want to keep so quiet?
Well, first of all, it's a cock that slapped him in the face. I'm sure he wanted to keep that in a hush, but it's too late for that. But besides that, I always give him the respect as far as like even. I wouldn't even treat like you know, I could go if I was a piece of shit motherfucker. Like I know shit that would really, you know what I'm saying, like embarrassed, dumb. But I'm not that type of nigga. Like, in that same process, I would be embarrassing myself because I was part of that. You know what I'm saying? And not no negative shit. I'm just saying like just things that maybe today's youth might use like a tool to go fight somebody now. As far as like put their laundry out in the air, like go on underneath the belt like that. Like I don't do that. I got morals. I got, you know what I'm saying, enough fucking sense not to even do that. As an adult and even as a young motherfucker, I always kept it. You know what I'm saying? Like if we got beef, nigga, we got beef. Let's not even talk too much over here. I don't like doing this shit, but I know I'm in the entertainment business, and you know I'm in a situation like this because they put me here. I didn't fucking put myself here. These niggas did that. They took the initiative. Really, Joe, and whoever he was working with. So, you know what I'm saying? He the one who took the initiative to set this whole shit off. And now when it's my time to fight back and get my voice out, let my truth be heard, then he goes and uses people, other famous people, not to, you know what I'm saying? They try to do basically the embargo on me. But America sanctioned on Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's America's friends, I can't, you know, Cuba can't do business with them. That's what he did to me in America. If I was in fucking Cuba, that's one thing. But I'm in fucking America. You're not doing this to me. And if you are, it's because it's a people's choice thing. And the only, you know, he's been lying. I can't stand when a nigga, you know what I'm saying, use my brother's name in vain like that. Now he's going to lie, like, just using his, you know, pun's name on just to, like, back his truth up. It's fucking lies. So I can't let that ride. You know?
Panda, like,
what he wants to ask you is, are you pissed?
Right now, I'm just trying to. You already know, Cuban. You already know. I just want to make sure that you ain't feeling like you gotta like change any of your movements or like, cause honestly, I mean, who the fuck? I don't know. I mean,
listen. The truth is I'm not gonna stop making the content. Okay, because there has to be truth to whatever's going on if you're going to try that hard to stop it, to try to use scare tactics and all those things, right? Because I'll tell you guys how real Cuban is. Cuban wants me to interview the other side. He told me from the get-go, if you have the chance, interview them, ask them questions, get that out there. And that's always been my intention. But they don't want to do it because none of them move unless Joe moves, right? And Joe never wants to talk about this type of stuff. He only like subliminally will say things from time to time, and you really got to read between the lines to know who he's talking about because he doesn't like to bring light to that side. I've offered that side plenty of times. I've been in contact with some of their people. Hey, you want to come on the channel and talk about it? You want to give your side? I offered Tony Sunshine an opportunity to come on the channel and talk about it, but instead he gets mad at the channel, gets mad at me, starts dissing me and his stories and everything because I allowed Cuban to come on and tell his side of the story. You see, I'm not on that Nori shit where, oh, I'm just cool one side, so I can't interview the other side, because in the end, it's about. We're not really journalists, I would say, because YouTube is not really considered that, but I still feel like there's a level of responsibility that you have to practice, right? So if I'm allowing one side to speak, then I should still allow the other side to get their side of their story out.
That's just fair. That's just fair. You know what I'm saying? That's the gripe I have.
That's definitely fair. That's definitely something that we can all understand and we can respect. And that's definitely something that we